Snow lashes sideways across a $10 million mansion as Lily Harper clutches her thin coat, confused why a holiday assistant is suddenly standing beside Ethan Caldwell in front of his powerful family, his hand tied around hers. "Smile," he whispers, low, controlled. "You're my girlfriend tonight." Her heart drops. Girlfriend? No one told her that. Laughter echoes, crystal glasses clink, and eyes judge every inch of her like she doesn't belong. But then, she does something unexpected. She saves him. A perfect answer. A perfect smile. And for a moment, Ethan forgets it's all fake. Hours later, in the quiet kitchen, not the grand dining room, he finds her eating leftover pie, barefoot, real. No act, no script. And something shifts. Fast, dangerous. But just as quickly, everything shatters. A voice cuts through the night. "You mean the girl you hired?" Silence. Lily freezes. The truth hits harder than the winter cold. She wasn't his girlfriend, she was a role. And she was never supposed to feel this way. But neither was he. He hired her for Christmas, but forgot to tell her she was the girlfriend. The wind cuts through Manhattan like glass as Lily Harper steps onto the marble driveway, her worn boots crunching against a thin layer of snow she wasn't prepared for. Not for this place, not for this night. Not for the way the towering Caldwell estate glows like something out of a movie she was never meant to be in, and she pauses just long enough to see her reflection in the black car window. Cheap coat, frayed sleeves, breath uneven. Before the front doors swing open and everything moves too fast, voices, lights, warmth swallowing her whole as a tall man steps forward, composed, unreadable, his tailored coat fitting like it was made for a different world entirely. Ethan Caldwell, the man who hired her just 3 days ago with a simple offer. Holiday assistant. 10 days, $5,000, no questions asked. And now his hand is suddenly on hers, firm, controlled, pulling her gently but unmistakably to his side as dozens of eyes turn toward them. "You're here," he says quietly, like she's late to something she didn't know existed. And then, without warning, without explanation, he leans closer, his voice low enough that only she can hear. "Just follow my lead," and smile. Her heart stutters, confusion rising fast. What? But there's no time, because a woman in diamonds is already approaching, her smile sharp, curious, measuring. "Ethan," she says, "and this must be..." And there it is, the moment that changes everything. The second where Lily expects to hear assistant, or helper, or anything that makes sense. But instead, Ethan's grip tightens just slightly as he says, effortlessly, "My girlfriend." And the word hits like cold air straight to her lungs. Girlfriend, no contract, no warning, no choice, just a role she never agreed to. And yet somehow, she's already in it, already standing there, already being evaluated by people who see through her coat, her posture, her silence, and she realizes all at once that this isn't a job anymore. This is a performance. A test she didn't study for. And still, something in her steadies, something quiet but stubborn, because when the questions start, subtle at first, then sharper, she answers, not perfectly, not like them, but honestly, disarming enough that the room shifts, just slightly, just enough. For Ethan to notice, really notice, for the first time, and later, much later, when the music softens and the crowd fades into polished laughter, he finds her in the kitchen instead of the ballroom. Sitting on the counter, barefoot, eating a slice of pie like none of this matters, like she doesn't belong to his world and never tried to. And for a second he forgets why he brought her here, forgets the deal, the pressure, the image he needed to protect, because whatever this is, whatever she is, it doesn't feel fake anymore, until a voice cuts through the quiet behind them, sharp, amused. "Wait, you mean the girl you hired?" And everything stops.